Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. I think it's going to be 4 days in a row. Thank you all for sticking with me and joining me as I explore the amazing, incredible, diverse, wide world of pens. And you see three rotating in front of you, and you may say, it looks familiar. Yes, two of these are 5 years old, and the middle one is 3 years old. And the reason why these are on a turntable rotating is, I had to use my little fledgling birds in the nest hold up a pen and see how it works on the rotating turntable, and it works well. And of course, the crabs always enjoy holding up a pen. These are 3 Wingsung pens. They're still for sale on various platforms. Here's some that I found on eBay. And the price has pretty much stayed consistent over 5 years, which is unusual. I mean, what products has stayed the same price for 5 years? Well, very few. One of these has been in constant use for 5 years. The other one has not. And one is sporadic use. So we're going to look at these models, look at the design, look at how they may have been superseded by other pen makers making similar designs and models. But I think they look good rotating on the turntable. And they certainly are classic designs that have been executed well. Do you like them? I think we just need a little bit of a close-up here so you can appreciate all my pen friends watching these 3 pens rotate. And they are rotating well. They're good at that. And my pen holders are doing their job extremely well. Oof. A nice set of pens. So this 699 in blue, the piston fill version of this model, is what really is the focus of this video and what prompted me to make the video. This pen has consistently wrote every time I uncap it, no matter how long it sets. Very few pens can I say that about. Why does it do that? I don't know. This could be an anomaly. It looks good for a 5-year-old pen. No issues with it whatsoever. And as we take the cap off in about 1 1/4 turns, we'll see a classic Wingsung two-tone nib. And this is, I think, a medium. It looks like a medium. I like it. It writes well. It's a consistent writer. And it works well in the hand. And I like the difference with the translucent blue and the solid blue. I think they just did a really nice job aesthetically. And it's a classic pen that can definitely stay the course of time, provide you with lots of writing pleasures. So this is the first 699, this translucent brown. But it's a vac filler. And this one never grew on me. Even though aesthetically it's pretty much the same as the other 699, but the piston fill just worked better. Same type of nib, classic Wingsung nib, same clip. Here the section is translucent plastic like the barrel, where the caps and finials are solid. Again, I really thought the design was great, but the pen just never made it. So that's a good example of 2 pens, one of which became an instant daily writer, and the other one got emptied out and put into the drawer. So one of the things that Wingsung changed is the cap bands. Here it's like one band, and you can see little connections between the thin one and the thicker one, whereas on the blue piston filler, they're not there, so it looks like 2 bands versus 1 band. You know, I think it's a cleaner look on the blue one, but both of them do the job they're supposed to do, whatever that is. So not to be outdone, a few years later, Wingsung came out with the 629. I don't think we can even guess as to why the numbers were applied. It says clip they've been using and still use today. This is also piston fill, but with flat ends. And if we take off the cap in just one turn, we'll see a little bit of a different design nib. Yeah, they changed the stamping on it. It still looks nice, same plastic feed. And as a lot of people talk about what inspires pen designs, well, this pen may have helped inspire a Wingsung, and this is a Pro Gear. It's actually shorter, but has more girth to it. It's a pen I've had for a long time. I bought directly from Japan when that was something that you could do relatively easily. You know, the anchor is beautiful at the top, but the Wingsung logo there looks also nice too. And I talked about that clip. Here it is on the 929, I think it is. We'll verify that. But again, same design clip, but just in silver. You know, they did a lot with those multiple bands at the bottom of the cap, those cap bands. You know, I don't, neither here nor there for my enjoyment. But I enjoy all my pens. I enjoy sharing them with you. And I think we need to write with some. So if I've mentioned before, this 699 has always been an incredibly reliable writer. This is diamine presidential blue, so it's a really nice blue. Dries really quickly, so for a medium nib, it puts down such a nice line. It's not overly wet, so for people that like their nibs a little bit on the drier side, this would certainly work well for them. Feels good on the paper, just a hint of feedback. Just a nice, pleasant writer, which is really all that we need most of the time. So contrast that with this Sailor Pro Gear with a medium Naganati Togi nib. This nib is a gusher. Yeah, the ink dried a little bit quick, but that line is incredibly wide. It's like a triple broad, even though it's considered a medium. I didn't show you a lot about how this grind can be used, you know, the way the angle changes. It has a zoom type of grind to it, but that's not the purpose of this video. Watch my original review, which is a link will be in the description if you want more detail. But this is a pen that, again, is not going to be an everyday writer. It's going to be used for special occasions. Looks good in a letter, as long as you're using really good paper, because the first time I wrote with this, it feathered, it bled through, it did everything else. And I don't know what ink's in here now. I tried to find out, but next time I refill it, I will empty and clean it before I refill it. Who has continued to innovate and make great pens for us nowadays? I think Asvine has taken up the reins and continued to make great models in classic ways that look really good, work really good, and especially write very well. So here you have the 699 and the V126. This is the brown one, and this is slightly more translucent, so easier to see ink levels. Here's the P20, which is a great reliable writer, and this one also, that nib stays wet, and this writes first time, every time, almost all the time. And of course the 629 here, you know, very similar in length, but this has a little bit of a pointy end to it. So kind of like a mishmash between a nice rounded end, a nice flat end. Again, different type of artistic designs, it's the way the pen looks. It doesn't really impact at all how it feels in your hand when you write. And all these pens post well. This is one of the acrylics from Asvine that I really, really like. There's a number of them, but they've been more popular, I think, with the clear pens, especially totally transparent ones. V800, anybody? So you may ask, why do I make this video? Well, because number one, I enjoy making videos. Number two, I think it's good to revisit some pens that we may have forgotten about or may not have even been aware of, but that have been around for many years, provide great writing experience, and are available for a good, reasonable price in today's market. And yes, I may have mentioned that the price hasn't changed much, but maybe from the low 20s to the higher 20s. So in reality, that's a few dollars, but percentage-wise, it's probably a 20 or 30% increase. But it's still within reason. There's still a good value. It really depends upon what you enjoy, what you like. And that's what the other thing that encourages me to make videos is to share with you my experiences, to get your feedback, to have you talk amongst yourselves, which is very good when that happens. But I just love my pens, and making a video like this lets me become reacquainted with some pens I may not have used much lately because of all the new ones coming out that have just really take my attention, worthy of it. But still, let's not forget our old favorites. So I hope this video found everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, your inks, your paper, enjoying a new purchase, and enjoying revisiting a pen that you may not have touched recently. Go ahead. It's a wonderful world of pens that we have the incredible, amazing pleasure to be part of and to be able to enjoy. Thank you all for watching. We've reached the end, and we will say bye-bye-bye.